taking their lives.
Mm-hmm. Like it would almost be, like, in a sense, naive to think that there weren't, right?
Yeah. So I don't even know if it's even meaningful at this stage.
Right. I feel like the first handful of days, since everyone here kind of has an idea, of how to play it a little bit, right? I feel like everyone kind of understood, like no one wanted to be like the polar bear that like breaks the ice on the game, right? Everyone was really just socializing, talking, that.
Yeah, it's like in a NASCAR. You have to like get pole position. Everybody's just kind of like taking their lives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect analogy.
Waiting to get the perfect position.
Right.
Without blowing it.
Mm-hmm. That's a fantastic analogy.
I think I wonder if certain people are like afraid of people like you and I because we're being too smart. Or if they're okay with it.
I mean, I feel like that's a problem that, people like you and I are going to run into in a game like this a lot of time. But I think my counter to that is that just because I'm book smart doesn't mean that I'm socially smart, which I think that's the more important skill set for this game by a mile, right? Like just because I, know physics or, whatever, that doesn't mean...
I mean, I know how to build apps.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be good at this game. Like, I feel like this thing, like the Big Brother graveyard is just, like, littered with people that are just smart and just, that was just used as an excuse to boot them early.
Yeah, there's always an excuse.
Yeah.
So, if you have challenges reading social cues and you know that this game requires social skills, how do you compensate for that? And clearly you've won.
Yes. I think that that's because that's one aspect, right? There is also like there is some advantage to book smarts, right? Like, and I was in better shape last time too, so I could do the physical competitions a lot better. Like, I feel like 8 years ago, I'd have been a lot faster at the banana thing, right? So something like that, I would say, like, there are advantages in that area. It's sort of like a mix of those things. And last time, like, the stars really aligned, like, for things to work out. And, like, that's, I think, like, the other thing I think about is, like, if, like you said, like, if it's a game of reading social cues and, group, right? Just group, integrating with the group. I think the first time I played, I underestimated how important that was going in. Like, I thought of, like, Big Brother as, like, oh, it's a strategy game. It's not anything. I didn't think about, like, the social aspect. So that was, when I played last time, like, I didn't know how large that was. And, I managed to slide by. I squeaked by inch, touch and go. Very touch and go. But I now realize that at this point I'm like, yeah, the social part is really important. And like, I know that I have that weakness, right?
So if we're on a social level, I know it's early, but is there any one or maybe a handful of people that stand out as people you can trust the most in this house? Or is it just you're not quite there yet?
I'm not quite there yet, but like, there's I have like a certain comfort with Janelle because I played with her last time, and
That's
it might
true.
be the same.
I keep forgetting about that.
It might be the same for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like immediately, like on the first night, like we had a conversation, and it felt very warm, and that was nice. I think someone else is up. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's difficult, you know. But yeah, I felt like a sense of comfort with, just like on that first day talking to her, just because it was like, oh, I know you, you know. Even though we're not even like particularly close, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I felt very comfortable talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anytime I don't have like a new, you know, it's not someone new, right? And like the ice has been broken. You know, I've lived with this person for 4 weeks. You know, previously, it helps.
Yeah, it definitely helps. A little bit of history.
When you played last time, so 7, like with the people that were on season 6, right? Like, you must have felt like comfortable with.
Yeah, but that was one season that passed.
Yeah.
And that was like,
Yes. And you
for
had
the same people.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you were all close in the house. Like, you were all in alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't like they had like a vet or something in there in the mix.
Exactly. But when you like don't see somebody for a long time, obviously people change significantly. So
Oh yeah.
part of you feels like you have to realign, or you need to see like, is the stuff that made it work the last time even still there?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
People assume all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Man, I hear that outside.
Is that where it's coming from?
Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping.
I was
dreaming of that yard.
I was hoping that somehow, some way, that I was gonna wake up and I was gonna like see an open door.
Yeah.
I was just like, what are the chances? I knew it was probably not likely.
Mm-hmm. But
I was hoping.
Wishful thinking.